So he talks to, I think, is one of his servants, and then he gets, no, it's his, he talks to his oldest son to investigate the matter. He's gonna wait overnight and see what takes it. Eventually, the older son falls asleep, and he doesn't see it, and the apple gets taken. Second son, same thing happens. The third son, the youngest son, he actually manages to stay awake. You see this big golden bird. It swoops in, takes the apple, and flies away. But he manages to get a feather, thankfully, because I think if he went to the king and he was just like, I just saw a big fucking golden bird take that apple. It was some weird shit, man. Anyway, so the son takes the feather, and he's like, golden bird took it. He's like, all right, I'm gonna send some people out. I'm gonna send my sons out and see if I can get this thing back. Anyway, so he talks to the older son. He goes to the forest. Then he finds a fox. I'm not sure if it's like the spiritual looking kind of fox or it's just like a fucking fox. But the fox starts talking to him. What does he say? All right, that's okay. Now I'm milking it. It was a magical moment, but I can't replicate it. Anyway, so he goes to the, and then the fox comes up and he's like, "Hey, bro, I know what you're looking for. I know that you're looking for this golden bird, and I actually know where you can find it, but you're gonna have to trust in what I say." And he's like, "What kind of noise was that?" I just heard Charmy go, "Ah!" He was calling to the heavens, calling to the night. Speaking of Metal Gear Solid and Kojima, that's a roundabout reference. Taking it all back, taking it away like Big's hula hoop dance here. Anyway, so the first son goes out, talks to the fox, and he's like, "You gotta listen to what I say. You're gonna come to this town over there. That's where you're gonna find the bird. But by the time you get there, it's gonna be night." Now, here's what is important. There are two inns. There's one that's really shabby looking, and one that is really good, and you'll have the best time of your life in it. I need you to go into the shabby one. And then son's like, "You're still a fox talking to me. Why do I gotta trust you?" And then he shoots the fox. Well, he misses, but thankfully. Anyway, so he goes to the town, and he's like, "That inn is super awesome. That one sucks. I'm gonna go in the super awesome one." And then the son is never heard from again because of how much he parties. That's it. It doesn't say how much he parties, obviously, but that would have been funny as hell. But the book doesn't actually say that. Anyway, so Jesus. So it gets to the point where the second son goes out, same thing happens. He goes to the real inn. The third son comes along, and then he runs into the fox, and he's just like, "All right, two of you came in, but I'm just gonna say it one more time just in case, because I know this shit's gonna happen again. But there's gonna be two inns when you get to this town. There's a shabby one and a good-looking one. Stay in the shabby one, for God's sake." And then he's like, "All right, sounds good." Then he actually does stay in the shabby one, but he does see his brothers in the good inn, and they're like partying and having a good time. They just stayed in the inn. They don't really care about the mission anymore. That's basically it. So, he stays in the inn, he wakes up in the morning, he's like, "All right, time to find this fucking bird." And he actually runs into the fox again, and he's like, "Man, you actually listened to me. Thank you, man. No one's ever listened to me before. I'm just a random fox in the forest. To be honest, I don't know why anyone listened to me." Anyway, man, this camera angle is superb. I gotta kill this guy. He's dead. Good. Now I can talk to his family and say he died in vain. Your husband was stupid. Anyway, so, afterwards the fox is like, I'm gonna be paraphrasing a little bit because it is a long fairy tale. But anyway, so the third son is just like, alright, what do I need to do now? Oh man, my computer went dark. Yeah, alright, still recording. Okay, everything's fine. Jeez, I've been going on for a while. So anyway, oh shit, I almost fell off. So anyway, run into the fox again, and the fox is like, "Oh, holy shit, he actually listened to me." But anyway, he's like, "Alright, you actually knew what to do, and I didn't become cursed like my brothers, or cursed by the power of partying, am I right? And I didn't become like my brothers. So, do you have any idea where this golden bird is?" And the fox is like, "I do, actually. But you're actually gonna have to listen to me a little bit more. So here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna go into this castle. You will find the golden bird right there. But it's gonna be in a little shabby of a cage. But there is this huge other cage that looks 1,000 times better and is good for presenting. I need you to keep it in the, I need you to keep it in the shabby cage. You understand me? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. So he goes to the castle. All the guards are knocked out. So they've fallen asleep and everything. I guess it's, you know, that kind of, it's the coffee break. Makes everyone fall asleep. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. What am I talking about? Anyway, so he goes to the bird. He finds the bird. Bird is fast asleep in the shabby cage. But he's like, it would be kind of a shame just kind of to leave this thing in a shabby cage just to bring it back. It's kind of crabby looking. So I'm just going to put it in the big cage. He grabs the bird. Bird starts crying. Guards wake up. He goes. Guards go to him. He's like, I can explain this. A magical fox told me to... Alright, never mind. Just take me away. Okay, so he isn't put to death. But, you know, you kind of expect that when you run into trouble back then. You're kind of like, he's probably going to be put to death. Put to death, those small things. Anyway, so he goes to court, and then the king of that land is like, alright, I won't... I won't put you in any sort of crime, any sort of charge whatsoever. But there is this, I want to say horse. Yeah. There is this golden horse that I have been in love with for a while. And it looks like you had a pretty good hand. Jack, dude! Alright, that's enough. You had a pretty good hand on, taking the golden bird. You still failed, but, you know, I can appreciate your attempts. So I want you to get this golden horse for me. And he's like, alright, sounds good. He runs into the fox again, and then the fox is like, why didn't you listen to me? And it's just like, I know, but it looked like it was in a bad position. I just wanted to make it feel better. And he's just like, alright, okay, whatever. Alright, so I know how you can get the golden horse out without any trouble whatsoever. So the fox is like, alright, you're gonna get to the golden horse. The coachman will be fast asleep. You don't have to worry about him. You'll find the golden horse with a shit shadow. With, like, it's covered in the worst stuff you can imagine. Also, there's this other golden saddle that you have with him, and you can put it on him. But I need you to not put it on him. I need you to keep the shitty saddle, rather, and make sure that you don't even touch the good one. And he's like, alright, sounds good. You're gonna listen to me this time? Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm fine. I already learned my lesson. Third son goes to the horse, and then he actually sees the shit saddle. It's really bad. And then the nice refurbished saddle. It's like a saddle that shouldn't exist yet. Like that thing, it's got like GPS on it. Or so he goes to the horse and he's just like, this is a beautiful horse. It would suck if I just had this crappy saddle. And then grabs the saddle, puts it on the horse. Coachman wakes up. He's back in the same situation. He's in court. He's like everything else. And then he's like, and then again, the king of that land is like, alright, so, actually I think it's of, no, it's not the same land. It's a little confusing. But anyway, and he's like, alright, okay, so I won't charge you. I feel like I should, but I won't charge you with anything. But you have to do something for me. What I want you to do is, Jesus. What I want you to do is, go to this one land where the princess... Is that the gold ring? Holy shit. Wait, this is Mystic Mansion. This should take like half an hour. Doesn't matter. So the king is like, alright, here's what I want you to do. There is a princess of another land. Extremely hot. I want you to take her and bring her over here. He's like, that's going to be a little difficult, but I can manage. I've got a magical fox telling me what to do. I've betrayed him twice, but I think he'll work out for me in the end. Anyway, he walks out. Fox goes to him. He's like, that's twice. I had some faith in you. You listened to me the first time. Why not the other 2 times? And then he's like, all right, I'm sorry. I didn't want to let that beautiful horse just have that crappy saddle. He was like, all right. And Fox starts like rubbing his face. He's like, like, pinching the bridge of his nose, just like, alright. Okay. I know how you can get the princess without much of a problem. What you need to do, you need to, at one point, she's gonna go into the bathhouse. I need you to go up when she's in the bathhouse and steal a kiss from her, and she will be 100% devoted to you. And then I have to imagine that the son is just like, all right, I did a couple things, but I'm not too bold, you know. I'm not Batman here. I'm not brave or bold. He does it anyway, though. And then the fox is just like, but she might say to talk to her parents about it before she leaves for another land. I need you to not do that. I need you to listen to me this time. Don't do it. I'm not sure you're gonna get out of this one. Anyway, I can't remember. Anyway, so he's just like, all right, fine, I'll do it. Don't worry about it. Everything will be fine. You don't have to worry about me fucking up too much. So he goes into the bathhouse, makes out with the princess. She's completely devoted, but she won't stop bitching about talking to her parents before she leaves forever. You know, fucking never see your parents again. Stop bitching. I got things to do. Anyway, so eventually he's like, all right, let's talk to the king. And you gotta like, the fox has got to be in the background. Just like, God damn it. So he wakes up the king, and immediately the dude is like, nah, you're not leaving with my daughter. But eventually it comes to the point where the dude is like, shit. So the dude is like, all right, my daughter talked a lot. I think I'll let you guys slide and everything else. I'll let you go. I don't care. You have my fucking blessing, whatever you want. And then he leaves with no problem whatsoever. And then he runs into the fox again, and he's like, oh man, hey, what's up? I'm just on my way back home. And he's like, what, that worked out? He's like, yeah. Oh, all right. Sounds good. And then he's like, is there anything else I need to do? I need to talk to my brothers. I need to find my brothers. I need to get them out of that inn. And then the fox is like, all right, I really, like, I was fucking around a little bit in the background, but I really need you to listen to me this time. All right, you're going to go to the inn, and you're going to find your brothers. Now, afterwards, I need you 100% not to sit next to a river. He's like, what? What? He's like, what does that mean? He's just like, I gotta be riddle. You'll find out eventually, but just to let you know, do not sit next to a river. He's like, all right. And then he goes to the inn to rescue his brothers. But his brothers are about to be hanged because they turned into robbers while the third son was gone and getting a chicken and a horse and a hot wife. He comes back to the inn and is like, what the fuck? We've been here. We're about to be hanging. You're getting ass. I was about to make a horse joke, you know, the ass thing, but that doesn't work. That's a mule. I'm stupid. No, that's a donkey. Yep. Anyway, so, third son is like, all right, I gotta save these guys. They're kind of dicks, but I gotta do it. And then he saves them from doing it, from them being hanged. And then the brother's like, man, thank you, dude. You've been doing quite a lot. How'd you get, you know, this hot wife and everything? Golden bird, golden horse, great steed over here. He's like, well, I just listened to a fox in the forest. Wait, you listened to that guy? And you got a hot... What? Damn it. Is he still there? Can I talk to him? I don't think he's there anymore. God, poop. Anyway, so the brothers are like, yeah, the brothers are like, oh, great, yeah, that sounds good, man. You've been doing good for yourself. And then he's like, and then they're like, all right, do you want wash up a little bit? We're gonna go to we're gonna wash up a bit. You look extremely dirty. So the brother still remembers immediately what the fox. I swear to God, that was completely unintentional. I'm sorry. Anyway, so he's trying to remember what the fox said, and he's just like, I don't want to. He said not to sit next to a river. Fuck it. What's this river gonna be? It's like a freaking honk's gonna carry me away. So he sits next to the river. You know, they start watching everything. Is like, man, you like the brothers are like, man, you did good trying to save us. And then the brothers push him into the river, and then he falls off a waterfall or some kind of big waterfall-ish place. The princess freaks out because she was with them, and she's like, oh shit, that's not good. And then he falls down, and he should, to be honest, should have died. So, and he's like, all right, that was interesting. That's what he meant by not standing next to the river. Then the fox comes back, and he's like, you didn't listen to me. He's like, yeah, I didn't. You're bloody and beaten. Yep. And they just took your steed, your chicken, and your hot wife. Pretty much. And you didn't listen to me? If you listened to me, none of this shit would have happened.